What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out of the Darkness. I am Q. Guys, I'm about to get back into this Linwood interview. Guys, there's a lot of information here. It's 190 pages, and it's funny. A lot of you guys have said you like the shorter stuff. A lot of you guys have said just go 30, 40 minutes. I've tried to go in between so that I'm not boring you. But I know the torture stuff was hard to get through. I understand, and there's still more. But I had to get into this part about the judge. Now, this is brand new information, so if you're brand new to this, you're okay, you're great. We are simply going through the interview, the whistleblower interview that was conducted on behalf of Lynn Wood. This is a whistleblower who worked within our government, who has a lot of information. He has gone through hell, and he is doing this interview under threat of his own life. And so we do admire bravery, we do admire patriotism, and this man has definitely exhibited both. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this portion. We're going to be speaking specifically about the judge responsible for the Michael Flynn trial and how he was allegedly compromised. So, let's get into it. Interviewer. All right. Again, thanks for sitting down with us. This is another video. We're going to ask you what you can tell us about Judge Sullivan and his affiliations with pedophilia allegations. Interviewee. I met Gail Sullivan Jr., the judge, in the General Flynn case. He's disgusting. He's a known pedophile, a friend of Biden's. He's the one that's owned the homes that Biden used for his inaudible. Sullivan likes young girls. He has abused his granddaughter for years. When she got older, he lost interest, and she actually dated her own father intimately. He took her to her proms, things like that. She bragged about it online. I have all those records. She bragged on Facebook and things about dating her father, and he was really good and, very generous and all this stuff. But both the father and son are vehement racists. They don't like black people. They think black people bring them down. They make them look bad because they're so good and the other people are terrible. That's why they like ripping off Howard University, because it's not going to do them any good anyway. They're nobody. It's a strange concept to me anyway. But Sullivan, the judge, when the granddaughter was younger, she was on Skype in her bedroom. This is one of the videos I've seen. She was on Skype in her bedroom, and this was when Skype was fairly new, and she heard him coming and jumped in the bed. He didn't know it was on. Like I said, it wasn't common at the time. She was talking to one of her friends, so he comes in and abuses her. He gets in her bed, and she's performing oral sex on him, and he's, mildly abusive, I guess. He says, "Do you I told you, not like this." Ugh. So, but what he wasn't aware of is that other people were seeing this because it scared the children on the other end of Skype. So someone got their parents. There was nothing they could do. They didn't discuss it. Some of them will discuss it. They actually witnessed it as it was happening because they don't like it. So if somebody were to offer them something decent, they would come forward with what they saw. Interviewer. One of the families screen recorded this, correct? Is that what you believe happened, or interviewee? Somebody has a recording of it because I've seen the recording. I don't know which was made, which inaudible was made. I don't know which family recorded it. Interviewer. Interviewee. But they were able to do so. So there is a tape of it, and you can clearly see him when he walks in. That's him. The poor child has never known anything but hell. Like I said, they're racist. Him and his son. And they told her she was nothing but garbage her entire life. To the point where she has hurt herself trying to lighten her skin. And if you see her online, she's actually changed her appearance, lightened her skin so much she looks Asian, because she doesn't want to be black, because they've always told her that that was horrible. Horrible, horrible. But she altered herself that much that she doesn't look like she did when she was a child. She doesn't even look black. She looks Asian. And that's because of the abuse, the continuous abuse from all of them and what they had told her. She was worthless. So, yeah, that's how Judge Sullivan is. As I said, he owned the homes that he allowed this to take place in, and other people would visit, and people would go to the shore, go to the beach, and that was the code. He had 3 or 4 of them that Biden would use, all basically the same, single-family homes, large 2-car garages that could be closed, and the child normally in there. Interviewer. And you said Judge Sullivan offered his granddaughter to Biden, and Biden turned this down? Interviewee. Yeah, Biden doesn't like black people at all, but especially black girls. He has no interest in. He's a racist. He's a turd. There was an incident where it was reported that it was the judge's son, Sullivan's son, where he had raped the granddaughter, his own daughter, and raped her very bad. She had to go to the hospital. There are hospital records for this. And there was another girl present there at the same time. There was actually 2. Well, it wasn't the son. It was actually the judge who did it. He had raped them both and got very violent and left the girls on the floor. Didn't care. But it was Biden and who had, basically told him, he was like, I don't want this crap around here. Too close to exposing him. So the judge who had committed the rape, got his son to take the rap for him. And he got him to immediately go back to Maryland, where he turned himself in. As a judge, he could control it. Now, if the judge was arrested, he had no control. But they wanted to first and foremost move it away from Biden, get it out of Delaware, and they did. Even though the records and everything happened up there. So they moved it out of Maryland. The son, he took the charge for his father, because if you charge the son, he can't help the father. It's political. And then they just buried it with the help of Rod Rosenstein, Elijah Cummings, and Catherine Pugh, and Cummings is obviously deceased, but at the time he was very big in Maryland politics. Catherine Pugh was the mayor of Baltimore, and it's still in the books. You can find it if you look on case search in Maryland. Like for federal system, like in the federal system, PACER, it's still in there. You could find it. Interviewer. What year was that? Interviewee. 2012, I want to say, off the top of my head, but you can find it. And then Inaudible. They made it disappear, and then the father and Rod, or why they helped cover it, to protect Biden and exposing anything else. Years later, he was picked up, the son, in an internet child porn sting in Maryland. And this time, this came up. And because they crossed, same type of thing, and he was buried down to the same people. Rod did it, and everything buried that one. He was trading pictures online, and there you go. So, and they buried that one too. He got away with everything. So there's definitely leverage all over the judge. Interviewer. Interesting. Interviewer. Yes, I mean, just the relationship with Obama and Biden. Obama's probably aware of all this. Interviewee. Obama? Certainly. Well, Eric Holder is great friends with Judge Sullivan, and so is Elijah Cummings, and they're all great friends with this stuff. I mean, Sullivan was even aware in some fashion about the plot with the Supreme Court because of Holder, who was tapped to be one of the Supreme Court justice replacements. But Sullivan and Holder are very, very close, and they've helped each other many times. So, yeah, they were certainly aware of that. Obama certainly knew. I mean, Obama would send Biden back with anything he wanted to keep it quiet, just to keep him out of their hair in D.C. Biden very rarely, if ever, stayed in D.C. overnight. There was always a caravan back or something, a train back. Interviewer. Okay. I guess we can call it there. End of recording. All right, guys, this was a little bit longer than normal. I'm sorry. Like I said before, this I can read, I promise. But this is a little bit different. It doesn't read like a novel. This is natural conversation between the interviewer and interviewee. But very compelling information, interesting information. You guys redo your research. I will include the entire transcript in the description, so you guys can take a look at it. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you like, share, and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Have a very blessed day.